Hi, my name is Illy, but you can call me Latavia Star, and this is my fashion/art channel. I thought a great way to kick off what I've kind of already been doing as kind of like an introduction when you see my page is to do a sketchbook tour. Woo! So I do fashion and arts and all the mediums that fashion touches, and the sketchbook tour really show you guys my fashion design style, but also how my art style has changed throughout the years. And at the end will be some sneak peeks of some new stuff that I haven't even posted about yet, so please stay till then. And I'm really excited because my sketchbooks are my favorite part of the process, so I hope you like my art style. And if you make it to the end, please make sure to like and subscribe and comment and tell me how much you like the art or what your favorite page was and anything like that. But enough of this yapping, let's get to it. So I have a couple sketchbooks to go over. It's going to be a lot of hands talking from here on out, but I think it'll be okay. I never decorated the fronts of my sketchbooks like a lot of artists do, which I kind of regret because I feel like they do need some personality. But I will say most of my sketches are loose and in this folder, so there's going to be a lot of that. Before we get into actual sketches, I'm going to show you this sketchbook from when I was in college. I went to the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising and got a little degree in fashion design. And while I was there, we had to do a 30-page project where we had to cover each page with as much as possible. I think each page should have had some sort of theme. So I really love this sketchbook. It's good practice for creativity. So if you're an artist or a fashion designer out there and you want to get the creative juices going, you know, just fill up your sketchbook with whatever collaging, different mediums, whatever you feel like. Just kind of go crazy on the page. So for this one, I had collaged some magazines, and then I drew the collage pieces on the side here. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went crazy with these eyeballs. Like, those look really good, but this besides the point. So I'm just gonna flip through. As you can see, like, I did add some actual sketches that I could have put in here when I was 18, 19, 20-ish, you know, so there's lots of dimension, lots of, like, these are real fabric on the pages with some sketches behind it. Different things like that. This one was inspired by my little brothers at the time. They were toddlers. This is actually a picture of my little brother at the time. The first one, Righteous, is right here, and then the other kids are from magazines. I don't know these kids. Obviously, this was before things happened, but it was a cute photo. A texture page, this is fabric, colors, dimensions, and such like that. Stripes and lines, mixing and matching, light it up. I actually hated this drawing, but you know, the point is to be free and to try not to judge yourself very much, which obviously if I hate the drawing, I'm probably judging. This was one of my favorite pages. I liked all the skin tones, and I liked this little piece right here that like flipped back and forth. Of course, at the time, this was before some movements, so a lot of the magazine people may look the same. This was the last page, but it was also my favorite. And then after this project for that class was actually over, but I kept going just a little bit and put some of my punk sketches, my steampunk sketches in here. And I actually really love these sketches, so I'm gonna bring it a little closer. I think I did a really good job for just starting out at that time on the faces. And I was just really learning how to get faces in. I actually draw faces a lot differently now, and same for like clothes and shading, but I think at that time, I still really love how this turned out. And that was it. I should have kept going, but you know, college, you get busy. So I ended up just keeping this project. So let's go to the next sketchbook. So sketchbook number 2 is a hot mess. So I am going to skip through because a lot of freeform sketching for my collections and projects I had to do when I was in school were in here as well. And they weren't really like completed. They were more so just, as you can see, sketching ideas and ideas for garments and just concept sketching. So we're probably gonna flip through this pretty fast and just get to the main sketches in this book that I really, really enjoy. So, concepts. Okay, so now we'll focus on the actual sketches and not just the concepts. So this one I really enjoyed doing for a collection back in 2019. I did her when I was doing freelance work for a children's brand, also around 2019-ish. I was really happy with her. She ended up inspiring the Zodiac collection that I did recently, actually. Her and my fire and my air signs. I wanted to do all 4 back then, but I just never came around to it. And around 2025 or last year, I was like, I'm gonna do all of them. And I finished the rest of the elements and continued going, and I'll show you more of that later. This was a fashion illustration for a collection assignment, and so was this one, but I hated it. And I think you could see why. Over the pandemic, I had a friend and I wanted to draw her, and she was like, yeah, please draw me, and this is how it came out, and I still love it. I think it still looks really great. This was my illustration for my final project. I actually made the garments and I still have them. I made them out of paint. I'll show them to you really quick. These are the sketches for them. This was the bustier. It can be flipped both ways. It's reversible. This was the pants. And this was the jacket. It's really tight on me though. And it's really stiff because it's made out of canvas. So this art used to be on my art wall, so it's a lot of free pages and they're kind of mixed up. So just think of the time frame of maybe 2021-ish or 2020 or early 20s. Just think early 2020s for this grouping of sketchbook pages. So this dress I actually ended up making, and then I redrew it, so you'll see the redrawing later on. And then these were the choices in a collection that I had to do for school. It was a fusion of punk and hip hop, and I really enjoyed the collection a lot. The sketches are very abstract, and a lot of sketches are taped and glued together. So the way I draw, or the way I was taught to draw, is you do an initial sketch on sketchbook paper, and then you go over on marker paper. So you put your sketchbook paper underneath your marker paper, and then you start drawing then. Excuse the profanity. So cute. The Guest. So I actually worked at Guest for 4 years. It was really great experience. I loved working there. Company not so much, but you know, the people amazing. And when I interviewed, I sketched these out as designs for them, and I showed it to my design director and my lead designer, and was like, hey, I understand, like, these are some sketches, and I put them with CADs or flats, whatever you want to call it, and you know, it worked out. And then again, these are not in order. They got all mixed up because of my art wall, but I really still enjoy them, so I keep them. And these are not my favorite designs. Actually, ironically, I keep these in this section all mixed up because these aren't my favorites. They're not my best work, but they're still good and I still love them, so I still don't throw them away. I mean, these were the original sketches that weren't, like, if it was colored over, you could tell like this was chosen, you know, but this one wasn't chosen, so it didn't get colored. See, like this one was chosen, so you could see that the marker kind of seeped through, but you know, this one wasn't chosen, and so on. This was an athletic wear project that I had to do. I actually did not like these sketches because I had to do them very, very, very fast. So, I mean, they're still cute, but I just wasn't a fan because I had to do them so fast, except for the Guess one, you know, it's taped on. I actually don't like drawing men. I don't like drawing their poses, so that's why all the male sketches are just standing. They're just standing like this. Some of them are like stuck together from them being on the wall. This one I was really frustrated with because my markers and my supplies just wasn't blending well. But you know, early 2020s, just getting into it. Now this one's actually probably closer to 2019 because I remember this was an assignment for class. for my fashion illustration class. So this one's a little bit older, but I did good on the texture of the cardigan. Okay. And then more from the punk rock hip hop collection. And this one you can see a little bit more of the hip hop, but still the punk with the tears and the rips. And then the original sketches for that collection. Okay. It was a pretty big collection. It had 3 parts and they weren't sewn. It was just catted. After it was sketched, the fashion illustrations, it was catted digitally. But I didn't like the CAD, so I didn't keep the collection up for very long. And then again, this is separate, but it was just got taped on because of the art wall. I really loved these 2 dresses. I feel like they kind of show my personality a lot. Playful, girly, little sexy, but still all around eclectic and very fun. You see the girls hitting their poses. The original sketch, the sketch when colored. So original sketch, sketch when colored. Okay. Now this was from a whole separate project, a little bit older, but still cute. Paper's a bit thicker, you know, stands on its own. Same for her, separate project, denim. She's still cool. And this was not an accident. It was supposed to be open in the back, if I did ever make it. The original sketch from when I drew my friend, but it's a little fuzzy, so you can keep going. For my coworker's birthday, I drew pictures of them. So happy birthday, Patrick and Bill. Well, not Bill, because Bill ended up being controversial, but happy birthday to Patrick. So I made that for him as a gift, you know. When I learned how to draw men. And then I think the rest is just pages. When I was learning how to draw bodies and poses and how to shade them. So this is actually much older. Just learning side croquis, back croquis, all the way at the back here. Okay, let's see if there's anything else back here that's fun. Nope. Okay, that's it for that. So these are just my overall favorite sketches. It gets a lot more recent. I think as maybe 2023 to 2026, or also the last couple years, actually nothing from 2026, my bad, but just more and more recent, my absolute favorites. So let's go. So if you look on my page, you'll see that my video that I left up there, because I've posted videos, but I always hide them, but a video that I left up because it did well was my Diane cosplay, and this was the fan art I did for her. So this is the original sketch. And then this was the final sketch, and I just loved her. I feel like she really pops off the page. Let me put her down. Let me see. I feel like she really pops off the page. I love how she turned out. Let me try to get her on a white section. And so the sketch versus final. I love her so much. I was really happy with how this turned out, especially when the art style is so simplified. So to give her so much details felt really good. And then, because I did my own cosplay, this was the original sketch of my version of her, which favors closer to me, not exactly, but favors closer to me. And then my version colored. So again, I really like how vibrant she felt, how much she popped off the page. My markers were still new at the time, so of course she was popping. So beautiful, yeah. So I like to do a lot of activism art. So these were the original sketches for Denim Day, which is against SA. It's against that. It's fighting for more education about sexual violence. And so I did a full denim outfit, and this was to promote that. And this one was for autism acceptance. So the original sketch for autism acceptance. I'll get a little closer for you guys. The paper's a little flimsy. And I have a little brother who has autism, so that project was really close to home for me. So this is how Denim Day turned out once it was colored. I was very happy. The reason I don't still have these pictures posted is because when I went to go get the blue boots, they didn't have anything other than bandana blue, and you know, I'm not trying to be affiliated, but the original sketch had solid blue boots and it was really cute. And even though the pictures turned out nice, I did eventually have to take the pictures down. And then this is the final art for Autism Acceptance. I actually used this art on my LinkedIn page because I like how she turned out, and I did make the garments. So if you want to see the pictures of the garments, you can go look at my Instagram at Latavia Star, and it'll be there. You can also search Illy. I should come up either way. Thank you. This was the other Autism Acceptance look. So the other artwork I did for it, and I'll put the final art like right here, maybe. I zoomed in because this one's a little bit smaller, but I made this for a starting drag queen at the time back in 2022 or 2023. I actually did make the dress for them too, which you can also check out on my Instagram, but I did this artwork to go with the dress, and I liked it, but I also thought I could have done better, but I still like it. There's something about it that kind of bothers me, but I do think she's beautiful, so that's for Pride. Woo! Love you guys. Love you guys. So that was Pride, and this one was Juneteenth, and she is still one of my favorites because I love that I was able to incorporate so many skin tones. The thought process behind her was that Black people are so beautiful and come in so many different shades of brown, that we're not a monolith, and that we have so much layers and dimensions, and that Black women are able to create such diversity and variety in that race across the diaspora. So I was really happy to be able to make this for Juneteenth, I think in 2023. But I love her so much. Ironically, I made this for a job interview. I didn't get the job. I was a little sad. This was the design I came up with for, I think, a brand called Vampire Freaks I found on Indeed. I don't know, maybe they weren't actually hiring, but they never responded to me, and I thought she was adorable, but it's okay. My last job was as an associate designer for a formal wear brand called Azazi, but to get that job, I had to do a design project. They wanted technical sketches, and I don't remember if they wanted fashion illustrations or not, but I thought the illustrations would look good next to all of the technical things like the bill of materials and the spec page and the inspo. So I only had a weekend to work on the design project, and most of my sketches when I put detail takes me a couple hours, so I had to go through it kind of fast. So a lot of these were very quick, but I kind of like the art style. Like, even with the messiness of it, it feels, there's something kind of abstract but also tightened up. I don't know, there's something about how quick but still pretty it came out that makes me really happy with them still. Like, it's not perfect, but it's still nice, and that's kind of comforting. And I got the job, so it was fine regardless. So sometimes when I have clients, I'll do more detailed sketches to help them visualize it more, and these were the sketches I proposed to my prom dress client in 2025. She didn't choose these. We ended up manufacturing something different, but they're still beautiful for quick sketches, even though it's not like necessarily quick because it's still detailed, but not my 4-hour long sketches. So these last sketches were mostly 2025. Maybe one was 2024, but mostly the year of 2025 is when I did these like sketches, and you could see how my art style has definitely evolved. So I said that I redrew this design, and I did, and this is kind of how I redrew her. And you can see the growth and the difference from the first one. It's a little bit more detailed, I would like to say. The following sketches started off as the sketches for my collection that I did called Animania Sunset, where I put on my own little fashion show, but I realized that I liked the sketches a lot and wanted to assign them zodiac signs and do a couple more sketches to fill out the entire 12 zodiacs. So these are the original sketches for that. If you want to see how they finished when I put backgrounds and like made them digital products, you can look on my Ko-fi shop where I have all of the digital products there. I'm trying to save up so that I can start making physical products and also grow my digital art skills. So I'm a Libra, and she doesn't look like me, but she looked the most like me, so I made her Libra. I also, in my digital art version, where I masked this and then drew the background, put Libra scales behind her, and again, you can see that at Ko-fi/Latavia Star. So this one was Libra. This cutie pie was Virgo. She was Taurus. Capricorn, I figured because her hair, Capricorn. Leo, big mane. Cancer, her hair reminded me of a crab. So Cancer, happy Cancer season. Aquarius, so she's actually my favorite. I love how her hair turned out so like interesting and cool and textured. I love her so much. So this was Aquarius, the water bearer. I also loved her a lot just because I got the print good and her smile is so big. But this is Pisces. This is Pisces. Okay, these last four were the actual most recent in the Zodiac collection. So then we have Sagittarius, the adventurer, the traveler. Of course, Gemini. You get it? I had to give her vitiligo because it's the twins, so Gemini, 2 skin tones. Aries. So I was trying to draw an albino woman, but I think I made her a little too pink on accident. I tried to lighten her up in the digital art to give that more albino feeling. I noticed in a lot of albino art, they always have their froze out, but I wanted to do something different and give her a cute little braided hairstyle with her curls peeking out of the braids. But you know, I'll keep practicing. And Scorpio, she's so rich. And I love how her hair turned out as well. Earlier in the video, I mentioned fire and air inspired me to do the rest of the elements later on in the future. So I think in like 2024, I went ahead and went back to the sketchbook and drew water. And I wanted to keep all the elements together. So last year when I added earth, I went back to the sketchbook and I added earth here as well. And it's funny that you can see the growth, but I still like all of them. I still think they all look really good. I think where you can see the most growth is in the detail of the hair. I really got better at drawing hair. Now in current times, I have these 2 sketchbooks. This one is, I want to draw, I want it to look nice, but I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself. So it's kind of like a free draw, but still try to make it look good. And this one is my, I want every drawing in this book to look good. This is my cute book. And as you can see, I will be adding stickers. I already started and I'm going to keep filling it more, but this one will have some sneak peeks in it. So just flipping through the no pressure sketchbook. I started last year, so this was 2025. You know, trying to draw side profiles. I know you're supposed to do the circle and the triangles and stuff, but it was still a little hard. And then I love her. She feels, this is me. This is Latavia Star. I'm actually pink with blue hair. And then I drew my boyfriend Nigel before he started shaving his face. And then I went out with some friends and I didn't have any pencils, but I sketched them and myself with markers. And then this was just, I was bored one day and felt like drawing. Again, just having fun. Same with this one, just playing around. I thought she looked like a Lucinda. Just playing around, me and my boyfriend. I don't really draw men. And then I was like running out of space on the page, so. And then this was for Halloween, the ink challenge. And I was drawing the 6 of Swords, which I think I'll come back to later. And that's it. I'm still working on her. This is my fun this year, free sketchbook for fun. I started the sketchbook last month, so this is as new as it gets. So the first page you probably already seen. It's for Pride Month, my bisexual dress that was inspired by the bisexual flag. The second page you probably have not seen yet because it is the outfit that I made for my New York City trip, and I colored the rest of the page, and these are my tickets from when we went to the Brooklyn Museum and saw the Iris von Herpen exhibit. And my fabric swatches I cut into heart shapes, And the real huge sneak peek is the next project that I'm working on, which is my Starfire project. And I drew my version of the Starfire I grew up with, which was from Teen Titans in the early 2000s. And then my idea of what Starfire would look like if I created her, which is inspired by a mix of all the different versions of Starfire. So this is the real sneak peek here, and I love her so much. So you can definitely see how much I've grown over the years, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. So that took a little longer than expected, but I hope you enjoyed my growth over the years, and I hope you stick around for more of my art, more of my fashion, more of my stuff. So thank you. Again, I'm Latavia Star. Like, subscribe, and check out my Ko-fi shop and help me expand so I can start selling physical products. Thank you.